welcome our next act onto the stage. So I want you to give a really lovely warm welcome to Mia Lane.
Okay, bear with me, technical issue. Hello. How are we? Are we good? Yeah. Good. Just in case things get any worse, would you guys rather be buried or cremated? Just so we know. Who's for buried? Yeah. Couple of buried. Who's for cremated? Yeah. Very popular choice. Fiery end in a hot box sounds a bit like a KFC. Delicious. Unfortunately, you've all given the wrong answer because the right answer was, I don't want to fucking die! It's sort of weird that you missed that. It's a bit of advice for you. Take it with you. Next time you're asked that question, go with that first. Could be life-saving, genuinely. When I die, I don't want to be buried or cremated. This is true. I want to be stuffed. I do. I don't think anything brings more joy to the world than really bad taxidermy. You know when you walk into a bar and you see the squashed face of a badger looking down at you? But he's not really looking because they're not eyes, they're buttons. That's magic, isn't it? So when I die, my gift to the world, my legacy, is that I'm going to spend the rest of eternity gathering dust in a mad old lady's house, wearing a fez at a jaunty angle, and looking haughtily at a nearby owl. Like that. I mean, that's just an option. There are loads of options. I might have my head mounted on a wooden board with those googly eyes that just follow you around the room. Like that. So every time the old lady gets up, she doesn't know if there's someone there or if it's her cataract. But that's a bit cruel, so what I might do is I might be put on springs like this in a glass case. Like one of those laughing policemen, you know, that you see at the seaside. Just bouncing. 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 Forever. But instead of laughing, I'm crying. It's true. So I'll tell you a bit about myself. A few things you should know about me. Number one, I'm a funny woman. You might be able to tell. Some people think we're a rare breed, funny women, and we don't really exist. But the truth is that our jokes are so high-pitched, not everyone can hear them. And what that means is that dogs think I'm absolutely hilarious. Humans, not so much. Second thing you should know about me, little fun fact, I once tried to order a kebab after a night out, but failed because I'd forgotten the word kebab. And I was at a cash point. Turns out they don't sell them. Another little bit of useful advice for you all there. Fact number 3, I hate the winter. Who else hates the winter? Yeah. It's dreadful, isn't it? But it's okay, because I've come up with a plan to make it summer all year round. I am going to need your help. Who's in? Good. This is my plan. So we live on an island, don't we? Do we? We do. Great. We live on an island. It's basically a giant lilo. With the right propulsion, we can move it anywhere we want to. So here's my plan. Midnight tonight, we all go home, we turn on our hairdryers, and we point them due north. Now, if you're not sure which way north is, if you live in a posh house, it's the opposite side to the garden. If you live in a shit house, it's where the garden would be if you had one. Probably where you keep your brooms. So we all turn on our hairdryers, we point them north, and as the country drifts towards the equator, we literally go on a national holiday. How good is that? And I know what you're thinking, Mia, how are we going to get back? It's a good question, but I've thought of it. One word for you. Hoovers. I mean, it's fairly simple, really, when you think about it. But I'm genuinely excited about this plan. I want it to be summer all the time. And so in preparation today, I bought myself a new dress, ready for our eternal summer. It's too small for me, but I'll tell you why I did this. I love biscuits, and I wanted to give myself a bit of a challenge. So I thought I'll buy a dress that's a bit too small. I've got something to aim for. That makes sense, right? I'll show you. Now, it is ambitious. It's going to take a bit of work. My main problem area is my legs. Put on quite a lot of length. But, you know, I really think I can get there. I'm really confident. And what I thought I would do is I'm going to hang it next to my bed so that potential boyfriends can see just how ambitious I am. I know they're going to be really impressed. And some people say to me, Mia, don't give up the biscuits. Men like something to grab onto, don't they? Do they? Don't they? It doesn't matter, because luckily I've got quite a big face. so we're fine. But I mean, I'm sure you guys can tell I'm a catch, right? Yeah. I mean, as a girlfriend, I think I'm the complete package. I've got a lot to offer. Absolutely filthy. In the kitchen. Constant supply of delicious snacks in the bedroom. I've got a lot to offer, but I'm really picky when it comes to guys. You know, I've got a type. I love a man in glasses. A sexy 4 eyes. Hello, sir. Love a man in glasses. And that's because when he takes off his glasses, I can be anyone I want to be. Provided they've got roughly this silhouette. You know, as kind of viewed through a cloud. So on a good day, 90s throwback, Sarah Cox. On a bad day, Moore's murderer, Myra Hindley. Some guys call that a good day, that's up to you. And when I wear my glasses, see if you agree, Garth from the film Wayne's World. It's funny, but it's also offensive because they are my glasses. I'm incredibly short-sighted. I can't see anything without my glasses. I think I was the only 12-year-old in my school to wear bifocals. Probably the only 12-year-old ever to wear bifocals. Wherever I go, I'm always the most short-sighted person in any room. And actually, there are quite a lot of you here tonight, so let's do a little test. Hands up anyone who thinks they could beat me in a blind off. I can't see you. It doesn't matter. One day I'd really like to meet a guy who's more short-sighted than I am, a really blind boyfriend, because he'll come with a free dog. But the chances of us finding each other are slim. Just probably going to have to rely on the dog to sniff me out. But I would like to meet him one day. I'd like to meet someone, because I want to make a tiny clone of myself. And no matter how hard I try, I can't do that on my own. I do need a guy's help. I'm not quite ready yet. The process terrifies me. The process of giving birth. Oh my God. We make a tiny human being the size of a fruit pastel, trap it inside our bodies, and then challenge it to break out. In the most traumatic way possible. Not now when it's tiny, but in 9 months when it's fucking massive. And when they come out, they're really hard to get back in. It's like, you know when you're trying to repack a tent? I didn't have this many legs. Just to be clear, guys, I've never tried to put a tent up there. Mine's a 3-man. And that is a pipe dream, quite frankly. Probably needs some kind of reconstructive surgery. But I had the opportunity earlier this year to have some kind of reconstructive surgery because I got a letter from the hospital, I don't know if anyone's had one of these, inviting me for a procedure but not giving any more information. Hashtag absolutely terrifying. So I arrived at hospital, handed over my letter, and the nurse said to me, "What procedure are you here for?" And at that point I realised I had a kind of NHS gift voucher. And I could really say anything I wanted to, so I considered my options. I, for one, think you can never have enough pockets. They tend to fall off when you get undressed. It's kind of annoying. But I thought about what should I do, and I thought, I know, I'll produce a photo of my favourite Hollywood movie star, and I'll say this was me before the accident. I'm here for full reconstructive surgery. But unfortunately, I was only a day patient, and my favourite Hollywood movie star is John Candy. So it was just too big a job. In the end, they just did the massive face. That's all they had time for. And it's okay, you know, I'm happy enough with it, but I am still single. So I've made a pact with a school friend. I don't know if any of you have done this. One of my best friends from school is single too, and he and I have made a pact that if we get to 40 and we're both on our own, we're going to commit suicide. And then I'm going to get stuffed high-fiving a badger, and that is going to be my gift to you, ladies and gentlemen. You are welcome. You've been lovely. I've been Mia. Thank you.